Hey guys, it's Erin Elizabeth, healthnutnews.com. I'm going live from 30,000 feet as we do a flight cross-continent from literally the Pacific coast to an East Coast state and then get on another flight after that. And I'm so honored to be here today with the one and only Dr. Mercola. So I don't know how this will work as you can see, we're flying high. Are you having a good time today? Touching your face, which
we probably would lose connectivity as we
descend. I know because somebody almost pushed me into a wall trying to go run to the bathroom before I did. Not you, some stranger. All right. So, what would you I want to talk about a few things today. I think the main thing is that how you're feeling. You decided not to wear a mask today, although others are doing so, and you understand. Maybe some do it so they don't touch their face, or just they may put on a few different masks. But what are your feelings, or what would
before I go there?
Okay.
Let me just mention that this is an irrational. Yes, people are dying. There's no question. We're projecting a 250,000, maybe 1.7 million people will die in the U.S. That is the biggest bunch of hogwash. I can guarantee you, without the highest degree of confidence, that more people will die from car accidents this year than die from coronavirus.
And I will be holding the camera close to you. I don't know why I can't. I'm trying to zoom out because I want so people can hear you.
People will die from car accidents from this infection. Not to say that you shouldn't follow social isolation.
Okay, audio. Wait, let me ask Paul. Can you hear? Can't hear. Can you hear it all?
Well, then you're just speaking in the microphone. I'm not.
I want to see if you guys can hear it all. So let's see.
We'll have to do it later.
Well, let's just see. Let's see. We have many, many hundreds on. So this is one of the bigger broadcasts I've done in a while. Cannot hear it all. Can you guys hear it all? A lot of background noise. Can barely hear. All right, let's do this. We're going to do this, guys. Hold on. I got an idea. Look at that. Isn't that great? So now you can talk in the bit. Can you hear now?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Let's find out.
Can you hear?
Here. There's a lot of people on.
How about, can you hear now?
Just not Joe. Okay, then now give it a minute.
No, you can't hear.
No, that's because it's
very little. Okay, well, it might be.
Give it a minute. That's because it's muffled. Hold on, guys.
Well, it probably is the.
Yes, now you should be coming back on. Can you guys hear? Give it a minute. It's delayed. It's their answer. Yes. So that means from Joe, not you. So now that we've turned the camera around, they'll be able to. So go ahead, Joe, and continue what you're saying. Dr.
Okay,
Mercola.
so the more people will die from car accidents than the coronavirus. And the test they're using isn't even that accurate. And they don't even have many tests. They have 1 million tests. There's 350 million people in the U.S., so the statistics they're giving you are totally flawed. There's a lot of false positives, so it's a skewed test. It's just not accurate. The test didn't exist more than a few weeks ago.
Right. I'm trying to get closer. They can hear you. They can hear. Go
okay,
on.
Good.
Continue.
So
yes.
The question becomes, how do you boost your immune system? Don't take vitamin C unless you're sick. It's not a preventative. It's a treatment. If you get sick, then you want to have the liposomal C in your house. And you take like 4 or 5 every hour. But don't take it as a preventive. What you need for preventive are things like, and this is new, melatonin.
Yes, we did
can
see
actually,
that from Dr.
actually can help you.
With boosting, yes.
Yeah, so melatonin, it actually decreases the NRL3 inflammasome and decreases the oxidative stress and inflammation. You can also make sure your vitamin D levels are great. If you live south, get outside, get sunshine.
And if north, they would have to supplement.
You're gonna, but get a blood test. Get a blood test. Make sure you have at least 60 nanograms per milliliter. If you don't, then supplement. So that's going to be really important.
What do you think of the compelling article The Guardian did about the studies that show that probiotics can boost your immune system? I mean, there are published studies. I've read through several now.
And the other thing is what you don't do.
Big broadcast.
You want to make sure that you're sleeping well. Sleep is key, and you want to avoid all processed foods, especially heated processed oils and sugar. Those will trash your immune system. So lots of fresh, unprocessed foods. That is the key. Organic would be best. So you want to diet. It's a great opportunity to do breathing exercises if you're stressed out. I can teach you this one thing I learned in
maybe we'll save that because they don't want to hear about it now. They don't know.
Okay.
We can talk. De-stressing is important, but I know that if we do that, it'll take too long. We have a very large broadcast of nearly 500 on at this very moment, which will be many tens of thousands. So, what was I going to say? So somebody said they can't afford that, but
can't afford what?
The vitamins you've mentioned, C and natural sunshine, D, and melatonin are literally some of the cheapest.
Vitamin D is the cheapest supplement on the market.
It's under $10. So
yeah.
This is if you can't. Yeah, if you that's
it's less than your food.
Yeah, I usually wouldn't say anything when somebody says they can't afford something because I understand, but literally these are. I think even people
vitamin C isn't that expensive, and you
unless you don't have a roof over your head and you're sleeping outside, you probably and I'm sorry if that's your case, but actually. So, and I usually don't hear me say that. So, but I think it's just so. Let's see. People are stopped with too much coffee, sleeping better. Okay, so yes, and
sleep is key.
Sleep is key.
Sleep is key.
Would you say I know obviously people we haven't been in the States, we just are coming back into US today. Do you think that people are stockpiling with the TP is out of control? But what are you going to be doing besides having, you have generator power backup, solar operated vehicles.
Yeah.
You have you have your stockpile for
I've got food for months, so it's not a problem. Yeah, and I've got my own chickens, so they give me 5 eggs a day, 6 eggs a day.
Right.
I mean, that's not enough food to eat, but it's definitely a good source of protein. It's a third of the protein I need.
Bridget, we're flying from we're flying cross continent, literally we took off from the Pacific coast today, the East Coast, to keep it a little vague, but we have another flight today. Let's see. Do you think vomiting, diarrhea, slightly achy skin is a possible sign of coronavirus?
If you're sick, there's a lot of things. We've written articles on other strategies you can use if you're sick. But in my book, the vitamin C liposomal is one of the best. NAC, N-acetylcysteine, seems to be useful.
Even Good Morning America is doing programs on how to boost your immune system to stay healthy.
Yeah.
So guys,
but
we'll give a list, Grace. We can give a list.
There's strategies to treat it and strategies to prevent it. They're not the same.
Someone was saying, I know. So they don't know that we
don't
can
mix them up.
I don't think that we can give. Right. That's a very good point. What I think Dr. Mercola you tried to say, Joe's tried to say, is that you don't want to preemptively be taking a lot of C if you. If
elderberry is a good one. Yes.
Yes, elderberry.
Someone asked question. Elderberry is real similar for the flu.
I can only put up. I don't know if Joe can give that advice since he's a board certified
coconut
physician,
oil too. But
I'll be able to put the doses that I take personally because I can only say what I do because someone asked for a few people asked for doses.
Coconut oil has lauric acid, which is an antiviral.
Yeah, I'll go on with you a little bit. Hi. Okay. So
this is Aaron.
Yeah, okay. I'm camera shy today. I'm so jet lagged. Yeah, literally on a jet lag. We may lose connectivity, but I'll smile. Hi, guys. Okay. Would you suggest people be flying home? That's a good point. Brenda says,
well, if you got to get home, I mean, we're not going to be traveling for a long time. Most people in the country, they're probably going to shut down domestic travel. We almost didn't make it back because they might shut down travels out of California soon.
So, because we almost missed. We could have missed they may close the U.S.-Mexican border, but that's Mexico closing the border because they're afraid of all the Americans we saw coming into Mexico that have been buying up all the TP at Costco and all that kind of stuff. So, let's see what else. Sharing this now. No, liquid IV. People are saying. I mean, I think that the liposomal.
You can get an IV, but it's very expensive. It's hard to get, and you got to go to the doctor's office. Liposomal C is cheap. You can get 50 bottles, 100 bottles for the cost of one IV. It's crazy.
Someone said
it's a lot easier to do.
Someone said.
And the levels become even higher.
Okay, we can't answer everything, but let's see. Well, I'll list the symptoms afterwards, Kate, because we have limited time. Someone's talking about
vitamin C IV, vitamin C liposomal.
Because of IV is so expensive.
So I'm high. Don't take vitamin C unless if you have cancer, then take it.
There may be reasons why, but you personally wouldn't recommend your
unless
patients
you're taking it for
to
therapy.
Take it.
If you have cancer, no question, it's very, very useful. It's an oxidative stress therapy, and that's how it kills the virus. It oxidatively breaks it apart.
Yes, Brenda, the entire state of Illinois, Joe and I are both born in Chicago, will be closing all restaurants and bars, which is historic.
Illinois,
that is a historic
the
first.
Entire state. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I predicted this with the cruise ships. They would close all cruise ships, and they did 2 days ago.
Right.
They're going to close all restaurants and bars across the
That's what I'm
country
exposing. Okay.
in the next day or two.
Sorry, guys. I'm super tired today. Thank you for all your knowledge. I've been hearing conflicting stories on the elderberry. A lot of people.
No,
some had
elderberry
said-
is useful.
Well, some people had said you don't do it if you're gonna, but I don't.
I wouldn't use it preventively. I'd use it as a treatment.
Yeah.
Colloidal silver, ideally nebulized. That's another good one.
So
I like it, but a nebulizer. Don't swallow it.
let's see.
Because this is a lung infection, folks.
What did you say about colloidal?
It's a respiratory infection.
Okay, because people are talking about colloidal silver. What do you think of nebulize? Did you say nebulizing?
Nebulize
Oh,
it, nebulize it. Don't swallow
Yeah,
it.
it's maybe
Nebulize it
difficult
into your lungs.
get a
Elizabeth
nebulizer.
Hayes.
Hello,
Hey,
Liz.
Liz is my former
Liz,
video editor. Hey, Liz.
She gets a special shout out. Hey, girl.
Elizabeth Hayes.
Beautiful Liz.
Can't believe it. Didn't know she was following you.
Let's see. Oh, yes, they did show ridiculous crowds, but we should. I know she follows me.
I know.
Oh,
It's
you are.
sad. Yeah.
They just set down the Chicago restaurants.
I would
and bars.
not do
Danielle,
raw honey.
I'm
They're
sorry.
Elizabeth Hayes with hearts.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's awesome. It's like old times, isn't it?
haven't seen Liz for a while.
Okay, so a couple people are, well, I'll look more into the elderberry information. I know there's conflicting elderberry information, but I'm going to post personally what I've been taking from the sea.
Sauna is also useful. I learned that this morning. Sauna is useful to prevent and treat, no question.
Okay.
So do a sauna. Look at my site. I've written a lot about saunas. You got to be careful of the type of saunas, because a lot of them are high in EMFs, and which is dangerous. But sauna is really, really useful. You want to sweat like a river. So if you're not sweating, it's not working.
Yeah,
And you want to make sure it's low EMF, especially electric fields.
Sodium ascorbate, is that C, or am I not thinking
Sodium
straight?
ascorbate is okay, but it's oral, and then you can't get high enough levels. You need the liposomal, not sodium ascorbate.
How soon will you have it back in stock? Not that you're promoting your
Our
own.
our liposomal will be back in a day or two. We were out for a week because we had to port. We'll have one, probably the only liposome we'll see on the market, because it's out of stock over the entire country. We got enough raw material now for 2 years.
Yeah, we can't. There's no way we can get through all these questions. But I think the thing is, I see some people. This is one time, interestingly, I was telling Dr. Mercola that you'll see people actually not just buying up all the ice cream bars or candy, where they're really seeking to get quality food.
Toilet paper.
Well, toilet paper.
Listen, don't worry about toilet paper. Buy a bidet.
Well, I'm giving 3 away, so you guys get on
Buy
the
a
update
bidet.
list. So we'll have that too. What preventative things can the elderly do, such as my mom is in her 80s, Stephen said.
Preventative, just we said, sleep,
sleep,
rest, vitamin D.
Probably some
no
social
fat,
distancing for someone in their 80s.
Yeah, for
someone
sure.
in their,
no sugar.
And we're not trying to be,
Sweets.
fearful or, to incite hysteria or anything like that. But I do think that you can take
colloidal silver nebulized, but it's
500.
not preventively. Only use it if you're treating.
And yes, Steve, the other Stephen, we have like
Spray,
5 Stephens on.
No, nebulizer.
Oh, NAC, that's another thing that
Yeah,
they
you
had.
can use NAC, but sauna too. Sauna is really good.
And and if you don't have access to a sauna, well, gyms are going to be closed, so most people don't have their own sauna. Most, you think about it.
Well, I have a friend have a sauna.
Well, but people are staying indoor.
Nebulized colloidal silver, yes, but only if you're sick, not if you treat.
Order them while you can. I'll get a link up for you. Let's love you both. Nashville closed and Miami visits destined for at Walton Beach. Oh gosh, I'm thinking of Michelle, who's down from Nashville in that area. Hey Marion, where are you two? We're probably over Kansas now.
No, we're probably.
Oh no, I'm sorry,
North
Carolina. I know. I didn't know if we should say our whereabouts. That's why I was trying to be. Why are they taking such extreme measures, in your opinion?
That's a long question, but
okay, well, yes.
It's probably due to it's a manipulation. This is a total manipulation. They know what they're doing. They're taking this thing out of proportion. Listen to my interview with Francis Boyle. This is a bioengineered offensive warfare weapon.
We can't say. I can't say that because they're going to take the page down.
Okay.
So that's Francis Boyle's opinion.
Yes.
We have to be careful. I've almost had my page taken down, guys. We have to be so careful. Boston Bar shut down.
Nebulizers you can get on Amazon.
Yeah, we'll get
Best
you a link.
sauna.
I'll get you a link for that right afterwards. So. Yeah, Taste of Socialism, Alan says. How sweet. Well, it's almost scarier than that, Alan. I
You
think,
can swallow
right?
CS. It's not going to just work as well. That's the problem. You need it in your lungs. That's where the problem is. Biomed is useful generically, so that's okay, but it's not going to treat the infection.
Alan, I feel like it's beyond, like, it's like fascism or what do they say now?
How do you know,
oligarchy?
son? You have to measure if your son has low EMF.
We can do another. I'll get one of our articles up about that.
I've done a lot about that. It's on my site.
I'll get another article about both of us. Both of us are like, look at our websites. So I've ordered mine from New Zealand. Oh yeah. PMF is useful. We can't get. I mean, there's so many.
Oh wait.
There's. Whoops.
Liz put her grandma in isolation. That's her mother.
Oh wait, it was Liz did.
Yeah.
Okay, it's hard to find. Wait. Oh, shoot. You can't. Yeah. Let me control the thing. Send me some supplies. I put my grandmother in isolation at her house, and I'm not leaving mine. We know how much you love your grandmother, Liz. So we are.
She's a sweet lady. She's almost 90.
I know. We know her grandma is so special. Now we're going to have to go down a little bit because there's just so many. We're honored to have so many on. School's closed for 3 weeks in Massachusetts. Yeah, a lot of. We're so sorry, Brenda. We know in
these hearts
other states too. That means everybody's just sending you constant hearts of love there on that broadcast. Isn't that nice? Don't let because demons feed off of fear. I'm also going to have books I recommend in case you are having to, you're not able to go into an office or you're working from home. I don't even have time to read, but oftentimes I don't. But
Erin's going to put a list of the supplements.
Yeah, would you post a best list? Yes,
tomorrow.
We will do that.
She's going to get in late tonight, and she's got to sleep.
Well, someone talks about the lungs, and I can't. Joe can say that, but for my lungs, what I like doing is nebulizing colloidal silver. I mean, it's definitely. Since somebody mentioned that.
Someone says they're taking my liposomal. Don't take it unless you're sick. It's a treatment. It's not a preventive.
So you don't take it on a daily basis?
I don't take it. No, I have 3 bottles.
I admittedly have. So we and I are different because I
don't take it
because I've had the mold toxicity recently and whatnot. I actually do take a little daily, but not a lot.
No Manuka honey. Unless you're
Manuka.
Sick, it might be useful. CBD is good for other reasons, but I don't think it's going to treat the infection.
But I do think it's important because. I like it because just to stay calm in these difficult times. And I'm not saying you have to get mine.
I take it every night.
Yeah. So you don't have to take ours, but please do. Thank you for the info. Our schools are closed until April, at least 4/20. Just got a call from the movie star's uncle who's friends with.
Something good for Lyme and mold infection. Yeah, it's useful, but it's not the only thing. Lyme is a very difficult treatment. We just in the hospital in Mexico
we make it cut off, guys.
That does hyperthermia and a wide variety of other treatments to treat it with good success. It's not an easy thing to treat. Liposomal C is not going to treat Lyme by itself.
It's just saying hi to a few people, Sandy and Maui. Hello, Sandy and Maui. Oh, it's never good when they turn the lights on.
It's like time to put my blue blockers on.
Okay. I probably have food in my teeth. All right, guys.
I got to put my blue blockers on.
All right, here I'm going to turn it around. Hold on. I don't want to be on video. All right. Can we even do a video? No. Hold on. I'm tired. I didn't want to be in a plane. So I'll just say that we're going to land, but I promise that we'll be putting a list up, doing more videos. I want to do daily videos with you guys. I've been in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber every day in Mexico, so my ears are so clogged I can barely hear myself speak. But let's see. Oh yeah, thanks. Joe was kind enough to lend me his computer for power for my phone, so he has to put that thing must weigh 10 pounds, doesn't it? Yeah, so it's heavy. Look at those arm muscles. Oh yes, thank you very much. Thanks. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we can talk about food grade. They may cut us off here. Food grade hydrogen peroxide shortly. I'm afraid they're going to suspend electronics momentarily. We'll get a list up for you. And what do you got? Oh. And thanks. Oh, Joe's going to put on his blue blockers. I've got my daily light blue blockers, so I'll get those on. My ears are so clogged I can't hear well, but definitely they're going to make us get stuff. So this is where it's not working anymore. This is where we were. We'll have stuff on that later. We were at probably the only integrative hospital in the world and the best hospital in the world as far as I'm concerned. Doing a program there, detoxifying from mold. Just doing, health checkups. It's a crazy time to do it, but we also got out of town for Bike Week for 500,000 or 1 million bikers coming into town, some of whom had tested positive for this, so that's why we wanted to get out of town. This is before all the hysteria started. But interestingly, I got yelled at by some of my own readers, but not you guys, because I had preemptively bought TP because we've lived in Florida some time, and I knew that people would hoard it. So I just bought enough, for like probably 20, 30 days or something, but maybe less. But I wanted to do that. I just thought there might be a chance, having lived through so many hurricanes, as you guys all know. Oh gosh, this has been the bumpiest, worst flight ever. We're flying American. Hey, are you a fan of American Airlines?
Yeah.
Do you like Delta better?
Yeah. This is a transcontinental flight with no power and no screens the entire.
Yeah.
It's just inexcusable.
It's really.
The worst airlines.
Yeah, that is true. The toxins. We both had black mold toxicity, and we had markers that tested high with black mold. So Florida, unfortunately, when you have hurricane damage and roofs are collapsing, etc., things like that happen. We've been through many hurricanes together. All right, next time bring us. Please stay safe. Yeah, we were on the Pacific in Mexico. What hospital? Santa Vive, Sarah, Santa Vive, and they do take insurance, by the way. Roman says.
I mean, as hospitals go, probably less than a week there is less than 1 day.
Any American cruddy hospital, I know.
It really is relatively inexpensive.
We'll have also some of the things. I'll give you a list of my kind of arsenal kit that I'm personally doing. I can say that. So Santa Vive is the hospital. I'll keep talking until they cut us off. Oh, whoops! Wait, you got to take the cord. There's your cord if you need it. You started to put that away and it's got the cord, but there's your cord. I've got it now. I just didn't feel like being on. I'm just so tired today, guys. Sorry. JetBlue 60. Yes, sweetie. Yeah, thanks. Stay safe. Thanks for the tips. Love seeing you both. We love you guys. Great seeing you.
Well, I had to charge you. You could have plugged it in.
Are you teasing?
I did. I had to charge it.
We didn't have to get out the 10 or 12 count computer?
No, because you could have charged it. You could have plugged it in the outlet.
What outlet? There is no. Oh, you're teasing. There's no. Oh, you're teasing. I thought he was serious. There's no power on this plane. It is like
across the whole country.
You honestly would have flown on a. I mean, well, all the planes are better back in the day, but I literally would have been better taking Greyhound. Greyhound is much nicer than American Airlines. Okay, so go Greyhound. It's probably safer with recycled air. All right, guys. So I'm trying to make sure we've had some of the broadcasts where people try to be promoting products. So we love you. Bad reception. Oh, I'll get a list up, Linda. I will get a list up. I know. I think it's dropping off though. So I'm going to go. Stay safe. Love you guys. I will get a list up as soon as we land. Just give me a few minutes. We do have to probably walk at the lovely American Airlines hub. Probably walk about 30 minutes, but I will try to take a break and type. I'll put in a list right away as soon as I get off here if I still have a broadcast. And I love you so much. So we say goodbye. You want to say bye to everybody, honey? Bye. We love you and see you next time, and stay safe. And sometimes the very fear of all this can make you more sick than the potential tiny risk of a most of the time. Yeah. So remember that and love your family. It's probably, just be careful because there's little craziness out there. Although thus far traveling, it's been pretty smooth, wouldn't you say? Besides the bumpy flight. But yeah, we crossed the border. We got through the border in an hour, and yeah, it was all good. So I won't even tell them what the guy said. So it was good though. All right, we love you and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.